Hello and welcome to Arguing Ever After. I am Luke, and this is my beloved and beautiful wife, Amber.
Hello.
Together, we're the Lord and Lady who lock horns,
The Count and Countess of Contention,
the Duke and Duchess of Disagreement,
and the King and Queen of Quarrels. In this podcast, we argue about all things, big and small, and the audience vote determines who the winner is.
Many of our topics are frequently submitted by you, our listeners, and we actually like that and want more topics. So if you have one you'd want us to talk about, please send it to us at arguingeverafter@gmail.com.
Okay. Here we are at episode 34.
Do you know what I almost said in the intro?
I don't know.
I almost said, we've been together since, and then I was like, wait, I haven't thought of a we've been together since.
Right.
And then I didn't have to, because it's not in the intro anymore.
No, we simplified that a lot. That's what happens, is you learn what works, and you learn what's too much work. And that was a little bit of a stretch last minute trying to figure out, last minute, because you don't do research, what your answer is going to be.
That's true.
And us sitting here for a good 10 minutes while I try
Research is hard.
It's not that hard.
Well,
you have to want to do it.
that's part of the truth.
And if you want to do something, then you put your mind to it, and then you do it. Super simple.
I guess I've done research.
I know you have in life in general. That is factual. Otherwise, you probably would not be where you are today.
I mean, were it not for research, nobody would have anything.
I don't know if that's true, but we wouldn't have a lot.
We would have very, very few things.
Yeah.
If we only existed by experience and discovery.
Speaking of research that we haven't done for a little bit, that we just did, is look and see if we've gotten any new listeners.
Hey, we do.
We do. We picked up Maryland and Pennsylvania. So...
Do you know why Maryland is named Maryland?
I don't know. Tell me.
It's named for Queen Mary.
Oh, actually, I did know that.
I randomly just remembered that. I didn't even know it until you said it, and I was like, Maryland. Unlocked childhood memory. It's because of Queen Mary.
Do you know why Pennsylvania is called Pennsylvania?
I do not.
I do not either.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna say it. Oh, man. Well, wait. Yes, I do. William Penn. Now, I have not unlocked childhood memory of what he's for or did, but I'm sure it was some sort of American invention thing. Or maybe not. Maybe he was a Brit from back in the day. Now I really want to know. This falls in the category of things we're going to go look up after the show.
I actually disagree that we will look it up after the show.
I'm totally going to look it up.
You might think about it when you re-listen to this show. You're going to forget in about 3 seconds
it's
what we're
named
talking
after
about.
Penn and Teller. That's not true either.
Not even close. Oh my gosh, Penn and Teller, though, something really weird, that they got their start at the Minnesota Renaissance Festival.
They did?
I know. I was shocked when I learned that.
I was too. I didn't go look anything up after the episode about them.
What episode?
Didn't we have one about the Renaissance Festival?
Oh, sure, we did.
Oh, no, we didn't. We had one about the State Fair.
I don't know.
Did we have one about the Renaissance Festival?
I don't know.
If we didn't, we should.
We probably will next year if we didn't. There's plenty of things
because
to discuss
you love it.
My favorite. No. But, just another little Minnesota nod that lots of people know who Penn and Teller are, but, they might not realize, and I don't know if they're probably not from Minnesota, but
Maybe not.
I don't think they are, but they got their start here, which is pretty fantastic. Just like us, we got our start in Minnesota.
Oh my goodness.
One day someone might say that.
That's
you know that?
Possible.
That's interesting that they got their start in Minnesota. Of course. So happy to be a Minnesotan today. Well, no, actually, it was kind of cold, but that's okay. We love talking about the weather. And
I thought it was sort of warm today based on yesterday and freezing cold based on 2 days ago.
Sure. I think we're on the, warmth is on the horizon for us. But like that's a ways. It's a ways.
That's true.
Down.
I was just really reminiscing about my wonderful 2 days in Arizona.
Yeah, you did just get back from Arizona. How was that, Luke?
84 and pure, blissful, beautiful sunshine.
Yeah, well, it was cold here, and
You want to see my red head? Look at.
well, oh, you did get a little sunburn.
I know I did. It felt so great. I don't know about sunburn.
Well,
I didn't have any burn symptoms.
Okay. Well, did you put sunblock on? Because that's super important.
No.
Okay, I'm telling you, with your shaved head, you should be using sunblock.
I know. I have some. I mean, I wasn't outside a lot. It was a work conference.
I have some.
So, I was outside from, I don't know, 5 to 6 a couple of nights.
Yeah, having some and using some are two different things.
That's true.
So, I mean, I have lots of things I don't use.
I did selfishly, on the first day, I did put sunblock on my tattoos in preservation desire for my tattoos. But I wear a hat most of the time, so.
Sure, of course.
This is probably from the 30 minutes. I was like, I should probably try to get some color on my yellow, dead blue scalp. So I took my hat off for like 20 or 30 minutes.
I bet it just attracted the sun really hard.
It makes a second sun.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Hair does a lot for the head, and not having it on there would make it quite susceptible to sun damage. Just saying. Mm-hmm. As not your local skin doctor, but, kind of a little bit
You're our
there.
local witch doctor.
I mean, I could be. I don't know. Who's saying I'm not? But yeah, so Luke was out of town, and I stayed home. And we did some regular life stuff while you were gone. It was not exciting here, but knock on wood, our puppy seems to be doing very well with potty training.
Yay.
And I think she just needed one consistent person.
Oh, you think it's my fault?
Nope, I don't think it's your fault. I think it's that she just needed one consistent person that she knew was going to walk with her every 2 hours.
Oof. She's sleeping through the night yet? It seems okay.
More. I mean,
either I slept through the night or we both did the other day.
I mean, here's the thing. Someone's sleeping for at least 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours, and I'll take it. I mean, that's so much better than what it has been. Mm-hmm. And really, I mean, we knew all of this going in, of course. It's part of getting a puppy is you have the little bit of the cuteness and a lot of bit of work. But in the end, you get a dog. And that's really my goal is a dog. Puppies are cute, but...
Okay.
I don't know. But she's doing well, and thankfully we're getting down here recording early enough that she doesn't need to be with us. So there should be 0 surprise visitors today. So if you were hoping you might catch a glimpse, sorry.
We might get a surprise visitor of our cat who's down here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. She does not like a closed door. If she wants to go in somewhere, she'll let us know that she wants to.
You know what they say?
What does...
Love is an open door.
Love is an open door. So what else has been going on?
I'm trying so hard not to sing right now.
I think everybody's appreciative of that.
Oh my goodness. I sing like an angel.
You do.
Yeah. So just leave it there and I'll just soak up that for a minute.
I feel like I heard somewhere that if angels sing, like it's so pure that it'll actually could kill you. But
come on.
This could just be like
Here
some
we
sort of
go.
old wives' tale or something.
What kind of...
I don't know. It's deep in my memory
It's an
bank.
old witch's tale.
Why witches?
Well, because if angels are supposed to be good, would they have a "you're gonna die" singing voice? I feel like maybe
I don't know. I heard
Probably
it
not,
somewhere. You know what?
actually.
I bet my sister told me that, and she's probably laughing right now listening to this. And
Oh my
thinking
goodness.
About it. But what else has been going on? Lots of things have been going on. But work has been a big thing. Our podcast is. I think we're doing pretty good here. I'm enjoying it.
We got Penn State.
Yes, we did.
And we got the state that must be for more than just where part of DC resides, but I feel like most of it is Baltimore and DC.
Yeah.
That being said, I've really only been to Baltimore and DC, so it's probably a skewed perception of Maryland. But I'm sure they're like, whatever they call it, backcountry or up north or what, every state has a thing.
Right.
Like in New York, it's called
Upstate.
Upstate, and here it's called up north.
Or outstate.
There's, outstate. I'm sure Maryland has a beautiful, beautiful outstate.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure we drove through it. We've been through it many times, like
Yep.
all over the East Coast. So, well, we must have, because we drove to Maryland. So we had to drive through it
Yep.
to drive to it.
Yep.
But I don't know. There's a lot of stuff really close around there. So
Do you know who lives in Pennsylvania?
lots of people. I don't
Oh,
know who
no.
you
I
mean.
think it might actually be Ohio. I was going to say Dave Chappelle because I just saw his comedy show.
Yeah.
But then I realized I'm pretty sure he lives in Ohio.
I don't know where he lives.
He lives in the town that I think he grew up in or something. It's called like Hot Spring or Pure Spring, Ohio.
Sounds like you have a really good memory there. Yeah.
I watched some special
Ah, okay.
in which he talked about it.
There's going to be a special from the show that you went to at some
I
point.
hope so. I mean, they took our phones away, and the opening of the show was the big Netflix opening with the N and the da-doom.
Oh, they opened the
And
show.
all the lighting of the crowd in the background was red for the entirety of the show.
Really?
Which is common in his
Interesting.
shows. So I feel like there will be a special.
Interesting.
I'm definitely not going to be in the viewing audience because I was in the nosebleeds.
It's okay. I don't think you need to be up close to in a comedy show. We've been close.
Oh, yeah. It's totally unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might be necessary at a concert.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
No, it depends. It depends on the concert and all of that. Like, I will say, I don't think a comic is funnier being up close.
That's true.
But I do think some artists might be more interesting. But I'm going to also just put a little thing out there. A lot of artists who are singing tend to be a little bit more attractive. So they might be more interesting to look at.
That's fair.
Yeah. So maybe. I don't know.
I'm excited that we're coming into concert season.
Yeah, we don't have any tickets for anything, so that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, we will.
Oh, I'm sure. There's like 7 shows we're interested in, but we're trying to do something different than what we've been doing the last couple years, and that is not buying tickets right away.
Yes.
FOMO has got to go.
We're going to resist the urge.
Yeah. I mean, it's super rare that a concert sells out,
Well,
except for...
case in point, the Chappelle show that I went to, I had the whole fear of missing out. I joined the virtual queue at Ticketmaster, and it literally said there was 100,000 people in line, and it's a 20,000 person stadium, and I'm like, I better get some tickets. So I bought a nosebleed, the cheapest ones. It's like $100 a ticket or something. And then the night of the show, I kept checking as we got closer and closer. The same nosebleeds were going for like $20-$30.
No, I know. I've had a friend who...
You know where it does matter? I was thinking about it might not matter at a concert either unless you're into the attraction thing. It for sure to me seems to matter in a play.
I knew you were going to say that, and I actually disagree with you. I don't want to sit up that close at a play.
We should have a podcast debate about it.
About what's the better seat in a theater?
In the theater. I think we might sort of agree on concert venue.
Yeah, no, but I totally disagree with you on the theater. I think that it is, it's not. I want to see the whole show, and when you're up close, you end up like kind of having that tunnel vision of what's directly there instead of being able to span out and watch everything easier.
Well, I don't mean like front row.
Well, we've done almost front row before.
We're supposed to save this for the next podcast.
Okay, it's saved for the next podcast.
Save it.
It's saved.
Good.
Yeah, there's so many times we say save it for the next podcast.
I see you're trying to score additional votes by wearing an Up North shirt.
No, I just happened to wear this, but I've worn it a few times. I probably was just shouting into my microphone. Sorry.
You've worn it 2 in a row.
Oh, sorry, everybody.
I actually don't know that, but I loved your reaction just now.
I don't think, the thing is, I don't think most people are paying any attention to my clothes. Least of all me.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
Most people aren't paying attention to you, period. I've learned that about myself.
I don't think on this
Gosh, you just made that very about yourself, and I was going to follow up with a sentence that was like, literally, it's true that nobody cares about you ever, myself and everyone else included.
I mean, if they're listening to the podcast, I think they might care slightly about me.
I don't know that they would care what you're wearing.
I don't think they care what I'm wearing. No,
that was my point. Like what your hair looks like. I don't know. Like I think people really, honest to goodness, don't care.
No one's taking fashion advice from me.
No, I mean just in general of other people. Like we hang a lot on as a culture, in at least the U.S. We hang a lot of weight on vanity, on appearance.
Right.
You know, the clothes you're wearing and like how your hairstyle and all the whatever shoes are out and all this stuff, and it's like people chase it like crazy and spend all kinds of money and time, and then guess what? We all get old and we die, and it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Also, nobody cares.
I wonder if we were to promote something, if anyone would buy it. I just don't think so. I don't really think
like are we at influence level?
We're not even at a micro influencer.
Yeah, not at
but,
all.
You know,
I mean, I can't even influence my friends, so
I can influence a lot of people, but I don't think anything
to
like
buy
that.
A product. Oh, I guess I could actually. Now that I think about it,
I would hope you can.
I have intentionally influenced people to buy. I don't mean professionally either. I mean like in my personal life. That's weird.
I would say professionally. That's your career. It's
I'm real good at that.
It's kind of important that you can influence people to buy things.
More so now, it's about influencing. It's about influencing culture within the place that I work.
Yeah.
So that they can serve customers in the best way possible.
Well, if like 3 years from now, someone's listening to us like an old show, right? Like this would be an old show to them.
I'm sure there might be.
They might be like, wow, I can't believe how small they were talking, and look at them today.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I'm going to buy this, this can opener that they recommended.
Right.
Also, by the way, that's a can openers is a whole nother can.
That can openers is definitely a problem.
Yeah, I don't know why we're having so many issues with
Did the last one turn out okay? Or are we still the jury's out?
Here's what I've learned after years of breaking can openers.
Okay.
And I don't know if anyone else is having this problem.
Okay.
But here's what I learned. Growing up, we had the same can opener my whole flipping
life. My
life.
mom literally has the same one since when I was a kid. And it still works great.
We never did anything with our can opener.
No?
We never washed it or anything.
Ew.
I mean, I'm sure maybe every once in a while, but in general, it was open the can, throw it back in. Maybe you look at it and you're like, is there any dirt on it? No, great. You throw it back in the spot wherever you find the can opener.
Yeah.
In our household, because I don't like germs and you don't like germs, I really don't like germs. Our kid does like the concept of dirt. So anyhow, we use the can opener once, throw it in the dishwasher. The dishwasher is the problem why we keep breaking can openers.
We've talked about this before.
Yes, but that is the problem. So if there were to be one that could hold up to the dishwasher.
There's not.
Well, not yet.
Yeah.
But if there were, I would let people know about that. But right now we're just going down the hand wash route. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Do you want to talk about other current events?
Oh, there's something that's going on right now, but maybe.
Oh, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about this big video that's going on around right now.
Is it our podcast?
No, but wouldn't that be great?
Would be. What are you talking about?
No. Have you seen this video about Punch the monkey?
Punch the monkey? Have
Punchkin?
Not. Nope.
Oh, Punchkin is a little monkey in Japan who lives in a zoo.
Okay.
And his mom, it's a major video out there. So again, and if you're watching this 10 years in the future and you're like, I don't know about Punchkin.
Okay.
Just Google it. You'll be able to find it. He's this, I think maybe a macaque. Must be a macaque. Anyhow, his mother rejected him as a baby. And she's like, I don't want nothing to do with him.
Okay.
And none of the other females.
He's in a zoo.
He's in a zoo. Yeah, did I not say that?
You maybe didn't. I don't know.
I think he for sure is in a zoo now. But
Okay.
anyhow, he was rejected, and the keepers were then taking care of him because no one else was like, yeah, I'll step up. That's my monkey. So the keepers were taking care of him, but they noted that, or they knew that closeness is super important to monkeys, So
Sure.
they gave him a stuffed animal that is his best buddy. It's like a larger macaque, and he's had it forever. And it looks like that stuffed animal, when you have as a kid who's just like all gangly and stuff.
Okay.
But so he was developing a relationship, like a bond with the stuffed animal.
Sure.
But the other monkeys still were like, nah. And so whenever they would get out on the enclosure, and they decided, let's put the stuffed animal out on the enclosure.
Okay.
This is very interesting stuff to someone like me.
Okay.
Let's put the stuffed animal out on the enclosure and see what happens. So they put the stuffed animal monkey in the enclosure, and of course, Punchkin was like, that's my friend, and was hanging out. And then other monkeys wanted to be his friend.
Because they wanted to hang out with
Yeah, it's interesting.
the stuffed animal or
No,
the
'cause they
monkey
saw
with the
that
stuffed animal?
I think they saw that the monkey, that he had something, and he wasn't, they're like, cool, let's hang out with him because he's accepted by something else.
Oh.
It's a very interesting thing when I in another life, and I know I've talked about it here briefly, in another life I did do some volunteering at a zoo, and one of the cool things I got to do was watch primates and see how they interact, which is just really enlightening about how humans interact and all of that. But that was something that you would notice, kind of how they get along, and how much it is very similar to that of humans. And talking about monkeys, I just have to say R.I.P. Jambu the orangutan.
Oh, man.
He was my favorite orangutan that they had, but
Made me all sad.
I know. Well, so that's the Punchkin thing. People are like, oh, they're watching the video and they're crying because this poor little baby monkey has no friend. But anyhow, but then he did, because he's like, hey, but I got my buddy, my stuffed animal. So I just find them to be very interesting. Monkeys in general, primates in general, they're just super interesting critters. I don't know. I like them a lot.
It's one of the few that we don't have to personify. They seem quite good at carrying their own personalities.
It's amazing. It's amazing how much they know and do, and also the intelligence scale from one to the next, right? Like if you're talking apes versus, just regular monkeys, and then
Like Jambu versus
Jambu the orangutan versus
a
like
spider monkey.
spider monkeys are just wild altogether. I mean, if there is a monkey that I would not mess with, it is a spider monkey.
We've talked about this.
Which I know sounds super odd, because like there's a ton of monkeys out there, like a baboon. Why wouldn't I I feel like my odds are better against a baboon than a spider monkey, which is sort of interesting, because baboons are a little bit more aggressive. I don't know.
I feel like for sure your odds are better against a spider monkey.
Oh, I don't know.
Your fear might be real,
That's the thing.
but that doesn't make it real.
But I think fear really is a factor in how you might be in
Fear factor?
it's almost, that would be a really
Recently
good name.
relaunched?
I was gonna say that'd be a really good name for a TV show. Fear
Wouldn't
Factor. But anyhow, that's kind of what I think. However, I find them fascinating, primates, but I don't find humans as fascinating. I have kind of a bleaker view on humans than I do for primates, but I just sort of, I don't know. So that's what I've been thinking about. What have you been thinking about in current events? You asked about current events.
Oof, what was I gonna say?
Which might not be, it's not going to be current for some people.
It's current for our current.
Right. I know, but I'm telling
And
you.
it's topical.
Oh, okay.
Recently. Well, then I'm going to give it away. Well,
Okay,
the
well,
people
then go.
they're already going to know.
Maybe.
And you already know. The recent the eagle cams in the Minnesota
Oh, yeah.
observatories picked up the first hatchling of the year.
That's really great. That's really great.
Which is pretty wonderful because they are wonderful.
I saw something a while ago that they're like, oh, we see 2 eggs in a nest. So I'm glad that one is hatched and they'll just keep on going. But those eagles are doing pretty well here. I don't know. I remember never seeing them as a kid. And then, in 2012. And then in 2013, I started seeing
2012? Okay, good. So you're 14? Is that what we're going for?
No, I was a kid at 2012.
Okay, so you're 20. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, kid is general. But anyhow, you see them a lot more. And it's not as surprising as it used to be. Mm-hmm. And maybe that's partly just where we live, because we live closer to a river. But I feel like they're just around a lot more often. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What else?
Well, I don't know, but I do have a question for you, Amber.
You have a question for me?
Ha!
This is unexpected.
I thought you were going to say unacceptable.
In this corner, we have Luke.
You're supposed to say it now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Okay, see, I'm not trained on that. See, I am the question asker. All right.
And then you say the part about the...
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. In this corner, we have Luke, weighing in at 183 pounds, according to your last doctor's appointment.
Oh, no, that was... Okay, wait, so let's be clear. Just a little brief sidebar. That was after I had throat surgery and couldn't eat for a week. Mm-hmm. Then I had back surgery, and I couldn't move for 3 weeks, but I could eat. So the scale's got a different number on it. You may continue.
All right. Well, you're showing
Claiming to weigh in at 185 is good.
Okay. All right. Cool. He's coming in hot with a tanned head, maybe a little extra tan, to battle today over whatever question he's going to ask. And I better be the one that I believe you will. We have still 8 ties. And Luke is actually rising up in the ranks. He's got 11 wins, 14 losses.
That's still a gap.
But you won like the last 4 in a row. No, sir.
No. Well,
3 in a row.
Don't you worry. The
last
people
3 in a
will
row.
prop you up yet again. I'm certain of it.
Yep.
And I'd still have to win like 4 to be beating you. That's a lot.
Sure, to beat me. Yep.
That's like a lot.
It is a lot, All right, so what's your question, Luke?
And in this corner, we have Get It Together.
I don't know how to do this backwards.
I don't know how to do this part. In this corner, we have Amber with the freshest of haircuts that looks so good. What do you mean? It's like
not the
3
freshest.
days old or something.
Yeah, it's old.
And
old news.
A beautiful pale complexion, since you commented on mine. Claiming to weigh in at 135 pounds, who's clearly a winner in life and this podcast, because not only is she beating me 14-11, but she has me.
I knew you were going there.
Yes, you did.
I knew you were going there.
I meant every word of it.
All right.
So my question for you is, if you could be any animal, what would it be?
Any animal. If I could be an animal. This is a really interesting question for me because I have such a love and interest in animals that when we talked about this, there's like 7 questions that are somewhat interrelated. But my answer to what animal I would want to be versus my favorite animal, the animal I respect the most, these are all very different animals. And I'm going to save some of my arguments.
Let's do an animal series, like the next few. Well, if we can figure it out. Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
I kind of like that idea.
Maybe.
We could do, which animal do you want to be? Then we do I had never thought of that question. Which animal do you respect the most?
Yes, these are all what's my favorite animal?
What's your favorite animal? And then we had a versus question, like which one?
Yeah, which would win?
In a fight. And then there's also the which one is better.
Right.
which is close to which would you like to be, but not quite the same.
No, it's not at all.
Anyway,
It's
so there's
not at
lots
all.
of questions. We could have a little series, a little mini
It
series.
could be our Be the Creature series.
Oh, we're inviting the Kratz in. Who,
Yeah,
by the way,
Kratz.
talking about ticket prices, OMG.
What?
They had like a tour ticket back when our kid was into
Oh,
them.
yeah.
And it was like sort of nearby in Wisconsin.
Yep.
And the tickets were like $500.
No, they weren't. This is not true.
$300.
This is not true.
It was
There's
expensive.
No way. There's no way. Maybe
Oh, you didn't-
secondhand tickets.
I looked, and it was like, I think it was like 500.
No way. I mean,
Yeah.
were you getting to go on tour with them
Nope.
and go hang out with
Nope.
animals?
Nope, it was just to go. I couldn't believe it. Anyway.
All right. So there's lots of different thoughts I have about animals, and I will say that I have very limited knowledge, but maybe slightly higher knowledge than someone who knows nothing about animals.
Okay.
But if I could be any animal, that was the question. What would I
Yeah.
be? It's very specific.
Let's make one assumption. You're not a human.
That's, you know what? I would not choose human. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna lie. That would
Okay.
probably be one of the. I've had the human experience, and I would choose something else.
Wowzer. Let's be a little less negative because humanity is actually quite great.
No, but like, we have so many constraints as humans. I don't know that I would want something that's a little bit more free. That's what I would want if I had a choice. Like, and didn't have to pay taxes.
Okay, dokey then.
So when I'm thinking about this animal, I'm thinking about overall a few things. Quality of life really matters to me. And what type of life I would be living. Am I stuck living in 100% instinctual, fear reactive world? Am I living in complete oblivion? Like, think about a little goldfish with a 10-second memory, do I want to be intelligent or do I want to not be intelligent? Because, ignorance is bliss for a reason. But I thought about things I like as a human. And I thought about, what's some things I like as a human that I can enjoy as an animal? And then bring that to, right? So in going with that, I have thought that if I could be any animal in the world, I would want to be a cat.
Unbelievable.
A domestic, why unbelievable?
Just of all the animals in the world. Okay.
Yes. I mean, if you think about a cat, they sleep a lot. And I like sleep, and I don't feel like we get enough sleep. They're really able to be very independent, but they can be social if they want to be social, right? So they kind of do their own thing, which is kind of my attitude. Like, I'm kind of independent, and I really like being independent, but I'm social if I want to be social, right?
Okay.
And they are, people who, as a domesticated cat, we'll even go that far for you. I won't even, I'll narrow it down for you. People who get cats, cat people they're a whole nother critter. People who get cats love cats. They do. And they'll do all sorts of things for their cat. I think about our cat that we have, who's 9 years old now? Mm-hmm. And for her whole life, we thought she was the least athletic cat that ever existed, and that happened to be true. We thought she couldn't jump up, and she just didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
She had been carried up for 8 years.
Yep.
And finally, one day, our child, chose not to put her up in the bed, and she's like, I want to be in the bed. She won't do it. I will jump. Blew my mind.
There's even video.
This cat has lived 8 years of her life with us, and we've never seen her jump more than 2 feet. Mm-hmm. She's never had to.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3.
That'd be a stretch, though.
But there was a video of her jumping 4, feet people.
At least 4. I would say maybe even 5.
And it was a leap. Like she actually looked like she knew what she was doing. But in general, cats can jump 5 to 8 feet. That's pretty awesome. Like, could you imagine just sitting there and being like jumping that much of a, difference?
That would be fantastic.
It's fantastic, and they can play when they want to play. And, just like their temperament can be very agreeable, but like the people who own them love them so dearly that they will let a cat be what a cat is. If you think about it, I mean, we had a cat who was terrible.
What a domesticated cat is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, there's a whole world in which folks worship cats, They're like, they're so great. We are going to worship them as the gods they are. I have a friend who came over and...
Are you talking about the Egyptians?
Yes.
That was 5,000 years ago.
Whatever.
Well, you said there were people as if they were like next door.
There were people. There were a lot of people. You just can discount a whole entire civilization.
I certainly will not.
Anyhow, so like we had a friend who came over, clearly a cat person, saw our cat in her cat tree and just was like, "Oh, you beautiful princess, queen of..." And I'm like, who does? I mean, people do that. Cat people do that. And cats are like, "Yep, I am that great. Thank you and feed me," right? Like that's pretty awesome. I think that why wouldn't I want to be that? And they're soft. And when they start out, they're super cute as kittens. But I don't know. They can hide in anything. If they can get their head in someplace, they can get in. They can climb trees. Like they're just very athletic in the ways that I couldn't possibly be. Like I would love the almost, I would love the abilities that they have with their flexibility, their strength. They're clearly intelligent, but also honored within the home. This is why I would want to be a cat, so I could sleep all day, eat the food I want, be petted when I want to be petted, and when I bite someone because I don't want them touching me, no one says that that's the wrong thing to do. You don't blame a cat for doing that. You blame the human, and I kind of, mad respect there. Mad respect.
Wow.
So that's what I would choose, Luke. What animal would you choose if you could be any animal in the world? What animal?
I definitely have an answer.
Okay.
So first of all, this is a difficult argument to have because I do feel like we should have had some prerequisites.
We had tons.
Well, domesticated versus non-domesticated is a pretty big one.
That's a whole other question.
Well, sure, but here you are having picked a domesticated animal, and I'm about to pick a non-domesticated animal because the question was too broad. But that's sort of my fault because I didn't put my foot down. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
put your foot down.
Does
put your foot down.
like about what we were gonna record on. That's all. We could have recorded something else. So it does make my thoughts wander a little bit on what you answered, like specifically a domesticated cat and then their qualities. And a lot of their qualities actually exist in a non-domesticated cat because there are wild cats that are not in someone's house that also sleep all day.
Yeah.
That probably, maybe to some degree, might actually eat more of what they want. I don't know. You said you get to eat what you want. I doubt cats are like, I want to eat kibble. You did say that. And so now I'm using it against you.
Wow. Okay.
I think cats probably would rather eat fresh things because it is in most cats, not ours at all, natural instincts to hunt and kill and eat things and play with their prey, which we have had cats that did that. They would hunt and play with things.
Ours is a princess. She would not. She just watches things.
Yeah.
Just watches.
So I think that there are debates to be had as to whether it's actually better to be a domesticated cat or a non-domesticated cat. Of course, it's easy for us as humans who, as you so ineloquently put it, are terrible or whatever you said. But like, it's easy for us to think that the cats that live with us have the best life. Because of course we think that. It justifies our having them. If we didn't think that, we wouldn't have them. So we have to, somewhere in our brain, tell ourselves, they have it best. Let's continue it. And so the cat just says, okay, now, I guess I could make another argument on that same vein of thinking. If you just left all your doors open, like, lots of cats aren't coming back. They're just going to leave.
Lots do.
What? And lots don't. So they're just going to leave because they want to be out the house. They want to go climb a tree, or they want to, I don't know, well, climb a tree to chase a bird, to chase a squirrel. Maybe not. Not our cat, anyway. But there are cats who probably would like something like that. They would maybe like that. And there are wild cats, I imagine, who born wild would not ever in a million years want to have the confines of a house and a little kitty tower and go to the bathroom in a little clay crystal stink box. I mean, I'm certain that that a domesticated cat seems real good to the domesticator. So, I think that's worth bearing in mind. I do like cats. I mean, I have had cats as an adult. I didn't have them as a child. I do think they're cool and cute and funny and all of those things. And, I'm not saying I don't like cats. I'm just saying there's plenty of argument to be made for whether they would prefer or should be domesticated, etc. But that's what you want to be. Your most desired creature you would like to be is a domesticated house cat, because they have it easy.
In a lot of places all over the world, domesticated cats are outdoor cats.
Sure.
We choose not to do that mostly where we live because it's unsafe for them. When they are outdoor, they still go back to the indoors.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Sometimes when they escape, they don't come back.
Sure. Yes, they might get injured, all sorts of things, but continue.
Anyway, my animal of choice, of what animal would I like to be? I'm sure there's an animal probably that exists that I don't know about that I would pick instead. I will say that. But of the animals that sort of briefly came to my mind in a question of like, what would you be, is an eagle. And there's lots of reasons. They're like the anti-reasons of what you said that I like them for. I think eagles are as special as we have made them be as humans. In ancient Native American lore, they are the messengers to the spirit world. That was one of their probably earliest reverences, that Native Americans who lived in the world, in the wild, revered them as messengers to the spirit world.
That's valid, but the Egyptians aren't.
No, it's a fact. They were probably, listen to what I said, you're just picking an argument. I said that is probably one of their oldest reverences, meaning like we revered them for that.
Okay.
I didn't say that the Egyptian thing wasn't real. They had a cat god. I'm fully aware of that. Anyway, so also, the most, I think, at least for me, but that's because I'm in the USA, the most recent probably reverence is their designation as the national bird of the USA. I don't know when they were designated as the national bird, but I know that our country, 1776. So that's not very old.
I know a little bit about that. Do you want to hear a little bit about that?
Sure.
It was either going to be between that or the turkey.
Well, they picked right.
Yeah.
So, one of the reasons they were chosen was that our one of our founders, Ben Franklin, was a big fan. And they were viewed much like they were viewed in reverence, was for their ability to fly high. And they had a proud, regal bearing, and they were expert hunters and et cetera, whatever. So some of those things are like really cool. So they're one of the highest flying birds, altitude-wise, on the planet. I recently learned this.
Wait, were you researching?
I was researching. In theory, we don't know because we're humans and we're not always monitoring everything they do, but they've been recorded to fly as high as 15,000 feet. That is insanely high. I once jumped out of an airplane at 12 or 13,000 feet. 15,000 feet is 3 miles into the sky almost.
This is not a...
That is a wild number.
Don't want to do that.
Well, right. Mm-hmm. You don't, but that's okay. You picked cat.
Yes.
An eagle could eat a cat.
Why would it?
Probably wouldn't, because they're actually quite tricky and evasive. I imagine they'd go after something a little simpler. Typically, eagles go after rodents and fish. That's one of the things I think that's cool about an eagle is that they can, from a huge distance away, I think it's like up to 5 miles away, some crazy who cares number, like 3 miles, can see like a fish swimming underwater and then go dive bomb it and catch it, which I find totally awesome. And then like the other sort of cool some stuff about them, they are not the fastest bird, that's the peregrine falcon, but they're super fast, and when they're diving, they can fly up to or around 100 miles an hour, which is super duper fast. And they also are semi-migratory. So they do fly, and I mean, we're in Minnesota, so part of what I know is probably based on where I live, but they do fly south a little bit from where we are, but not like super far. Like they're not, some of the migratory birds that we have here go like crazy distances. They go to like South America and back. But eagles don't. They typically just go to like southern parts of the continent or middle parts of the continent, and then they come back. And I think that's cool because I like the idea of migrating to nicer weather when the weather changes. I do think it's interesting that so many creatures like come to where we live in the summer months because it's like fertile ground where like there's so many creatures to eat and to feed your young and to mate and then fly. I think that's actually kind of weird and cool about where we live.
Okay.
And so that's one of the reasons eagles come back here is because we have fertile ground for them to have mating season, which is cool. They build wicked cool, strong nests that can hold hundreds of pounds. That's one of the things I think that's cool. They make sturdy houses. Well, not houses. They make sturdy nests. And I also think that, eagles in general, because I mean, maybe I would pick a bald eagle, but there's other eagles that are also super cool, like the Stellar sea eagle.
I feel like if I were to have picked eagle, you'd say it must be a specific eagle.
I didn't make you pick a breed of cat, did I?
No, but you made me pick the type of cat. Yes.
Well, there isn't another type of eagle.
Okay, keep going.
You're the one that picked a domesticated species. I picked a wild bird.
That's fine.
They're all wild. What? There's big differences in the species of, like the breeds of cat. It's still a species, cat,
Okay, keep going. Oh my gosh.
Stellar sea eagle. Okay,
That's you're choosing the Stellar sea eagle?
Wouldn't be opposed.
Okay.
Although I do think the American bald eagle is cooler.
That's definitely what you picked because you were talking about it being the symbol of America.
Yeah, but you talked about random other cat facts that were either our cat or not our cat or whatever. So I'm going to talk about, can I talk about a cool factor?
Sure.
Of an eagle?
Factor.
Are you going to be okay?
Yeah. Go.
Breathe. This is for fun.
I know.
I'm having fun.
Waiting.
So Stellar sea eagles are so big, it's creepy. So a bald eagle, the one that I was talking about, and generally the one that's my pick,
Okay.
but I would also go for golden eagle or whatever. Anyway, the bald eagle attraction for me is that they're protected, so you can't kill them, and so that's nice. Anyway, but like the Stellar sea eagle, they go to the Russian Kamchatka Peninsula, which is a super cool pocket of the world. They're like 4 feet tall, standing up.
Yep.
That's like bigger than most small children. Like it'd be like if you went to like grade school, like 4th grade would be Stellar sea eagles. Just a bunch of creepily large with crazy white eyes. And their wingspans are like 8 to 10 feet or some stupid, terrifying number. Bald eagles, and I think golden eagles, because they're similarly sized, have wingspans in the 6 to 8 foot range, which that sounds really cool. I like the idea. I'll get off of the other eagles for the rest of the thing. I just really like the Stellar sea eagle. But so one of the other things I love about eagles, of course, and it's silly of me to ignore, their ability to fly, which I just find amazing and wonderful. And I think it'd be super cool if you had wings that were like, I don't know, commensurately large enough to carry you on the wind. So for us, it'd be way bigger. But eagles, I mean, like having an 8-foot wingspan in I think it was something like 10 to 15 pound body, that is totally wild.
Yes.
And I think it'd be so cool to just be able to, like, from land or water or whatever, to just get up, to take off on the wind and flap your wings and fly and be able to go up so high, like so high. When you're that high, you can see the curvature of the earth. It's like amazing to be that high, up in the clouds and feeling the wind. I like the idea of flying a lot.
Yes, you brought that up a couple
A lot.
times.
I know you're very against the idea of flying. So, I mean, we can credit the birds with our ability as humans to fly in airplanes because we did it and built our structures based on how they look. So, anyway, I think it's cool, and I like the idea of being in the wild. I mean, the idea of existing for like just yourself, like not in that selfish way, but hey, hold on a second.
I'm just saying
for like you're not like, I don't know, you're hunting to feed yourself. You're being self-sufficient, I guess is what I meant. So you're not like stockpiling dead animals for, like you live for the day and you live in the moment and you are, obviously when you're a parent, you're serving your children, but the ideas are all really cool.
Okay. I think most animals live in the moment. I really do.
Well, humans are bad at it.
This is one of the reasons why. Like, I'm like, I'd pick an animal.
This is not a humans episode.
Oh my gosh.
Ouch.
I was just saying that I think that is common to, that is not a specific eagle trait. But I did learn recently, which I had never known before, is that they can get stuck when they fight with their talons, and like they can die. Like they can be up in the air fighting, and their talons get stuck together.
Like fighting each other?
Yeah, because they do fight. I mean, every animal fights.
What do you mean they stick? Yeah. Like they stick into the other bird?
I did not.
Must be.
I mean, like I've seen. So I used to work with a woman who did, like she was a avian veterinarian. And anyhow, one of the things she does is she saves these raptors. And so I don't know if she's the one who posted it, but yeah, I mean, like that can happen. And then, yeah, I mean, they hope that it's not too high up there so that they don't fall to their complete death. But anyhow. Okay, well, eagles, because you're into eagles, and that's fine. You spent a little bit of time debating about where I was wrong, and I'm just going to tell you, yeah, it's fine that that's what you want to be. I'm still going to stick with cat. I think that they're a great critter. They are adaptable, and they live the good cush life, which is what I would like. And if they don't, they're still able to adapt out in the wild, because they do. We have feral cats, all of that. They get to the best of many worlds. So I'm going with cat. I want to be a spoiled house cat. That's what I got.
Well, folks, there you have it.
Yeah.
Two sides of a very different coin. Which animal would you like to be?
Yeah.
So all you have to do now, why don't you tell them, dear?
Is you want to vote, and that's going to be done on Spotify polls.
Yep.
And then you're going to want to share this show with all of your friends and anyone you know. And you're going to want to rate our show on whatever platform it is that you're listening to. Comment with what animal we should have chosen that you believe would have been the best animal to be.
Yes.
And then if you're in the radio type of listening thing, catch us on WFNU, Frogtown Radio. We're on there Friday nights at midnight or on the app anytime. But find us and share us.
Thanks, y'all. Bye.
Bye.